Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel and welcome to another edition of Let's Talk 2. This week, or this time around, I've managed to track down one of our championship winners. It is Whack E-Racer, sorry I'm saying it all wrong. Winner of League One for the Sunday season this year. Well, didn't just win it, he absolutely blitzed it. So Wayne, welcome to the chat.
Thanks for having me. Welcome.
It's a pleasure. I've been dying to talk to you for a while because, as I'm sure a lot of people listening want to know how you make it look so easy. But what I'm going to do, because we talked about this off air just a minute ago, I'm going to hit that play button.
Press play, yeah.
Yeah, so we can actually see you on track. So while we're having a chat, we can see how it's done. Looking splendid in the pink Genesis. We'll get straight into it. First thing I want to ask is, I've mentioned it already, you breezed through the League One this year. Well, you didn't just breeze it, you absolutely blitzed it, won it convincingly, just over halfway through the season. So you're up into the League of Champions. Yep. Are you looking forward to it? It's a bit of a daunting thing, and what's your expectations for the new season?
I know it's not going to be easy, because I know a fair few of the drivers there very well, and my expectations of it is going to be keep the penalties down, keep the consistency up, and do the best. That's the only thing you can do. Yeah, it's a tough one, and as it's been filling up over the last few seasons, it's getting harder and harder. So everyone's capable of winning it. Yeah,
there's some. Well, they're all extremely fast guys in there. To be fair, and I'm sure you won't mind me saying this, I think you'll fit straight in. I think you'll slot straight in there nicely. You should have been in there from the start, in my opinion. But we all have to go. Yeah. We all have to go through the leagues. I think you've won. Have you won every leagues from all the way up?
I don't know, to be honest.
I think, did you win 4, 3, 2, 1? And then into League of Champions. So obviously,
well, I got up to the. I don't think there was a League of Champions then. It was division. It was League One, wasn't it?
Would have been League One a couple of seasons
ago. I had to
ago.
drop out before I began League One, and I went back to League 4.
Ah, right.
And I worked my way up second time. So
yeah,
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
You've made it look easy, which brings me on to my next question, really. And I know a lot of people are dying to know this, me more than most. What's the secret to being so fast? Is it just practice? Is it natural ability? Do you watch or race against other faster drivers? What is it that makes you so fast? And we're watching you on screen now. I think we're at Brands Hatch, and you can see the gap you've already got, and we're only on about lap 2.
I don't think I'm that fast. I just think it's more down to consistency. I mean, there's faster people than me. I know. Wait till Briz comes up, and there's a few others I can mention, but it's down. A lot of it's down to obviously track time and consistency, and stop the penalties and staying out of trouble. If you get pole position, you've obviously not got any distractions in front of you. If you're chasing, you've got to it's harder to hit your apexes. So I think a good start, you're able to pull away. And I think that goes for everyone in the LOC.
Do you find it hard being out in the front on your own, practically in your own little race? Because this year, I mean, I know most of the guys, we found it hard to keep up with you. So is it hard to concentrate when you're out there on your own?
No, I prefer it because I can see all the apexes. There's no pressure behind in the mirrors because I'm in VR as well. So it's kind of right. It's kind of like quite daunting when you know someone's pulling up on the side of you, and you've literally got to physically look over your shoulder. So if I haven't got that to do, I'm just focused on keeping the consistency, conserving the tyres, and hitting the apexes basically, and not getting any penalties. So
there we have it. That's the secret then. Be consistent, gets plenty of track time in, don't get penalties. the complete opposite to everything I do, basically. So obviously something I've got to work on. Like I mentioned already, you're going up into the League of Champions. This season it's going to be one make throughout the leagues. I believe League of Champions are in the AMG, the 20 version, I believe.
Yeah.
What's your make on the one make races, or would you prefer that you all have a choice of cars?
I actually had a go in it for the first time today with the new physics because I've been away.
Yeah.
It's an easy car to drive, I think, so that's going to make it more closer in the race. Yes, I prefer the same car because it's, as you've heard before, it's a level playing field and it's down to drivers. At the top, it's the only way to go, personally. There's no advantages, no disadvantages. We're all stuck together in the same situation. So for me, that's that for me. I'd prefer it like this continuously.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few people tell me the same thing. It sort of completely levels the playing field, and it is down to the driver.
Yes,
down to the driver, because you can get these, I forget what they call it. Is it the OP cars or something, or whatever they are? That you pick one of them.
Well, when they do the updates, you often get a car that sticks out, and if you're lucky enough to have picked it, it gives you an advantage. So I think it doesn't matter which car it is. If we all choose the worst car, we're all in the same car. So we've all got to learn to drive the same car.
I look forward to the season when we're all driving the Samba bus.
It'll still be good racing.
I think it would. It's more my speed anyway. Can I ask you then? I mean, I've only had a quick look at the tracks coming up myself. We all have our favourites. We all have our not favourites. Have you got any favourite tracks? Is there any that you don't like? Any that you're not looking forward to?
Favourite tracks. I like the classics, Spa. For sake, I don't mind. I hate Red Bull. I don't know why I hate it. I just do.
I'm with you on that. I think the reason I don't like it, and sorry to interrupt you there, but the reason I don't like it is I just think we've done it to death. It's we've raced it too many times, so I've just bored of it. I think
it's a lot. It's down to the penalties as well, because the penalties are very easy to get. And St. Croix, is it?
St. Croix, yeah. Well, there's a few layouts there.
I like that one.
Yeah,
and I do like the Sardegna ones as well.
One of the grinding tracks, Sardegna.
Yes.
It's, there's quite a few. I agree with you on some of those. Like I say, Red Bull to me, I just think we've done it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's just time for a change. Sort of relating to that then, if you could change anything in GT7, or for that matter in URL, would you change anything?
If I could change anything, GT7, yes, and it would be related to VR. I'd kind of like split times put on the HUD or inside the car.
Of course, you can't see them, can you?
No, I cannot see if I can only visually see if someone's catching me or I'm catching them. So I would like some sort of HUD for that, for quick reference. Gaining or losing. Also, I know there's certain apps you can get, but tyre temperatures would be good.
Yeah.
Especially in VR. But no, I mean,
I agree with you on the tyre temperature, especially with the new physics, because the tyres, especially the softs, just seem to wear out so quickly. I know soft tyres do wear out quickly, and it seems a daft thing to say, but they seem to wear out a lot quicker than they used to.
Yeah.
And it's all, and we all watch the YouTubers, and they all say, keep the tyre temperatures below a certain. How can you do that if you can't see what they are?
Well, I found only today I've kind of adjusted the force feedback and this kind of tension on the steering wheel and all that right up high, because I ended up oversteering and scrubbing the tyres because it was too loose. Right. So that's helped, but it's up full whack. So I think it's just a case of it's encouraging you to be smooth, and and conserve tyres as you would in a real race.
As you would in a real race, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the new physics, as I've only had an hour or so on it, but it does seem to be extremely improved.
It does. I think
realistic.
I think it's good how it sorted the tyres out, because I mean we introduced, or said we URL introduced the red tyre rule. You can't run a fall up on a red tyre.
Yeah.
We had to bring that in because you were able to do that, or the better drivers were. Now it seems you can't. You start losing grip with sort of 20-30% of your tyre left, which I think is
right, really.
I think is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely, and it encourages you to conserve rubber.
Yeah. And of course get the strategy sorted as well. I think there was quite a well-known League of Champions guy last season, I think, managed to do about 3 laps on completely red tyres. We won't mention any names, but I'm sure Callum's listening. Final question really from me. I mean, well, just going for, is there anything in URL you'd change?
Oh, URL. Well, firstly, I think you guys do a fantastic job. It's developed over since, I don't know, I've done about 5-6 seasons, I suppose, and I think it's got to a point where inputs are listened to, thought about, and taken on board, which is great, because it's not one person, it's lots of us, and it's expanding quite fast,
rapidly.
Hats off to everyone who does work free of charge, of course, and because they've got passion for it. So not really, I think keep going, let's take it further, let's make this racing league the best. I absolutely agree. I mean, there's a lot that goes on in the background, and that a lot of the guys don't get to see or hear about, and I think some of the guys that do that don't get the credit they deserve. But I agree, it is fun. This is my first league, so I've got nothing to compare it to, but if I'm honest, I don't want to go anywhere else and compare it. I love it here. I think it's fantastic. It's a great bunch of guys in here. Everybody's so helpful. Doesn't matter whether you're winning the League of Champions or you're sitting at the bottom of League 4 or 5, wherever it is. Everybody's so helpful. So I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed League 1, not because I won it, but just because of the lads I was racing with. We had such a laugh, and it was hats off to them, and I hope to see them up in LOC one day. I really enjoyed that.
We'll all catch you up one day, I hope.
Hopefully,
in the distant future, I know, but we'll get there.
You can only get faster.
Yeah, exactly. We can only get faster. Well, final question then from me. The name Wacky Racer, is it from the cartoon series Wacky Racers, for those of us old enough to remember that, or is it just something a lot simpler?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with that, obviously, because it sounds exactly the same, spelt differently. But it goes back to the good old days of the arcades, when you could only put the 3 letters up on the Pac-Man as a high score.
Oh yes, yeah.
So my gamer name, or gamer tag for those sort of games, Scramble, Pac-Man, Missile Command and all that,
blimey,
was
WAC.
So I always used to put WAC because my name's Wayne Clark, so WAC was always there. And then as I raced esports, electronic racing, I thought Wacky Racer has a certain nostalgic ring to it, and
I love
it makes sense. So I'm Wack the E-Racer.
Well thought out, well thought out. Personally, I used to love the Wacky Races cartoon.
Yeah, so did I.
Was it the
I always put Dick Dastardly and Muttley on my car somewhere.
Yeah, and the mob.
That's right. Cavemen and Anthill Mob, wasn't it?
Anthill Mob, that's it. Yeah, I was trying to think of them, my favourites. Yeah, fantastic.
Pit stop.
Well, Wayne, thank you very much for joining me and having a chat with me. Is there anything else you want to say while people are listening, while we've got them hooked?
No, all I can say is see you on the tarmac and enjoy the racing.
Well, look, best of luck next season. I know you probably won't need it. You're going to give the likes of Bailey and Smith a run for the money, and I really do look forward to watching how you get on in the League of Champions. We will miss you in League 1. Not that much, because some of us now stand a chance. But yeah, we do wish you all the best for next season, and hopefully I shall catch up with you soon.
And appreciate all the commentators, by the way, as well, including yourself.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, like I said, all the guys, there's all 5 of us now, and yeah, it's they all do a good job, and yeah, I think it makes the races come alive a bit. So yeah, thanks for that. So there we go, everybody. A bit of an insight into Wayne's world. Hope he doesn't mind me saying that, but it's what makes him who he is. So yeah, there you go. Get out there, plenty of track time, and hopefully we'll all see him in League of Champions. So thanks for listening, and I'll catch you all soon.